Hello.
Hello.
I'm glad you've given me a call. This video call is because you've got a concern, have you? What's happened?
Well, yes, I called up earlier and I said to the lady on the desk I'd had a tumble. I'd bumped my head outside. Look what's happened to my glasses.
Yeah, they're very crooked, I see.
Yeah.
So you must have hit the side of your head or something as you landed.
Oh yes, I tripped over the curb and bumped my head.
Right.
Okay.
Well, it's definitely damaged your spectacles. How's your vision? Has it affected your vision at all? Oh, I can see you've got a lens missing now you've done that.
Let me just do this. Vision seems okay.
All right.
But there's a little bit of, I've only just noticed it there. There's a bit of shimmering down here. Wavy, like heat waves.
Right. Anything else at all that you could report with that?
That looks like something black in my vision moving.
Oh, so
There, yeah.
right. So you've got something that's called floaters.
Is it?
Yeah. Now, with the shimmering and with the floaters, is it just suddenly an onset of floaters?
I noticed it.
Yeah, so it must be suddenly. So I think what we need to do is give you an emergency appointment. What I shall do is, if you'd like to make your way into practice, I can then repair your glasses and have a look at them and see whether we need to do anything else. How did you come to fall over?
Well, the sun was in my eyes and I tripped over the curb.
Right, so it was very glary. I think we need to discuss sorting something out with your glasses, possibly to get you some new glasses if need be. All right, but I'll try and repair those in the meantime. So if you want to make your way in, I shall free up the optometrist for you so that you can have a checkup.
Can I finish my crisps first?
You can, yes.
Thank you.
Well, what flavour are they?
This is salt and vinegar.
Oh, and what make?
Walkers.
Ah, not runners then.
No, and not joggers either.
Okay. All right.
See you in a bit then.
Yeah, I'll see you shortly.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Hello, if you'd like to come on in, please. Hello there.
Hello.
I'm glad you was able to make it in. Gosh, the glasses look worse now that I can see on there. So, I've managed to get you an appointment to speak to the optician. He's going to do a quick check on your eyes and just make sure everything is done okay. What I'll ask you to do is give me your glasses, and then I'd like you to go and have a seat in the waiting area for me.
Okay.
The receptionist will come and do your paperwork, ready for seeing the optometrist, and just make sure all your records are up to date. All right.
Okay.
So if you'd like to have a seat.
Have a
Hello there. Right, now I'm just going to show you the condition of the frame. So as I do that, can you see how the actual eye of the frame has been bent? It's also bent the side, and that side is bent outwards, so it's had a really good clout. And probably one of the least noticeable, this nose pad has been bent and it's pushed it up against. This is probably what pushed the lens out in the first place. So I'm going to first of all get the lens back into the right shape. You can see that that's nice and straight now. So the next one is, let's get the sides bent into shape. And the nose pad. And you'll notice I've done all of this just using my fingers. They were the first tools invented for spectacles, for repairing specs. They're very effective, and I can, as you've seen there, get the joints done, get all the work done effectively. And I'm just putting the lenses back in because I've loosened all the screws to start me off. So the lenses are in, and now just show you, I'm just going to tighten the screws up. That's one done. So that lens is in nice and firmly. And again, just doing the second one. That's better. So screws are nice and tight. I'm just going to check the joints on the sides, although they don't feel loose. That needs a little bit of tightening. And so did that one. And just check I haven't done them too tight. So they're on a spring and they're still springing when I move them. Yeah, so when SRP is finished with the optometrist, I'll try these on him again and make sure that they fit correctly and do any adjustments if I need to afterwards. Hello SRP.
Hello.
Glad to see you've just come out of the opticians. I've just been given the report, so if you'd like to come and have a seat at my dispensing desk and I'll go through everything with you. Right, so I've got the results from what the optometrist has gone through. I've had a quick read through. I can see, lucky for you, there is nothing serious going on. I think you've had these floaters for quite some time, but it's taken this trauma for you to realise that there is a problem there. As I say, there's nothing to worry about with them at all. What I am concerned about is how you came to fall. And you said it's because the sun was nice and bright and it sort of blinded you, so you then tripped over the curb. That's telling me you desperately need to have something for helping you to see when it's dark, when it's bright sunlight.
Yes.
So I would recommend certain types of sunglasses. Oh, before we do that, let me just check that these glasses are sitting nicely for you. But I have noticed that where the impact was on the frame, it's damaged the frame, so that's damaged across here.
Yeah, I really like that pair as well.
I'm sure we can find something very similar, and also you've got some marks on your lenses, so I think it would be worth looking for a new pair of spectacles, but more importantly something that will help you when it's bright sunlight. We've got a few different options and I'd like to go through them with you. Alright,
Okay.
so just try them on now and make sure they're sitting correctly. Oh, that's much better, they're nice and straight. Alright.
Not too high, are they?
No, they're not, they're sitting perfectly. What's the vision like now with them?
It was okay in the test room.
Yeah, but we're talking about with the glasses, because you've got damage to the lenses and to the frame. It might affect your vision slightly.
I think something's blocking the vision. I can see well if I do that.
Yeah, that's where the lens got scratched.
So, bit of damage, and you say the frame is...
There is a little bit of damage on the frame. I mean, it's not serious damage on the frame, and I don't think it would affect the use of the frame. But if you like it perfect, with scratches on the side of the frame, it doesn't look perfect when you're looking at it from the wrong angle.
No.
Alright, so looking at frames, we can do the exact same frame. That's not
brilliant.
a problem at all. As you just said, you really like that frame. So we could do that one for your main glasses. Now, it is possible that you could have those done to make them into sunglasses as well as normal spectacles by doing a transition lens, and this is where it would go dark when the sun's shining. The other thing that I see you've got missing off there, which I think we could do with, is an anti-reflection coating.
Right.
That would reduce the amount of glare that you get dramatically as well. Now what I'd like to do is show you some samples of different types of tints. I use two main companies. I use Nikon and I use Ray-Ban. So I'm going to show you some of the Nikon tints first of all, and using this page, this is showing for activities, so these are more sportswear. So for golf, diving, fishing, cricket, winter sports, holiday sun, artist outdoor work, mountain and rock climbing, sailing, hiking and cycling. They're just some of the category areas, and this is showing you a combination of the tints. So I'm going to give you one to look at so that it's easier for you, and then I can go through them. So I'll hold one copy and you can see the other one. So when it comes to golf, for example, it's showing you the colours recommended. So there's like a tan colour, brown and orange. And what the reason they show those particular colours, the green is usually, as it says, green and the fairway, and most people would use a white ball.
But what's going to benefit my crown green bowling?
Right, well with that, actually that would be very similar to your golf.
Because it's green, green grass surface, isn't it?
That's correct, yeah.
Obviously the jack is white.
Yes.
The bowls are black.
Yeah.
And I'm outside a lot.
Well, you're on a green, so you've already got two areas straight away, the white jack ball and the green, and you don't really need to be looking at the bowl except when it's left your hand and it's where it lands. So that isn't as crucial as watching a golf ball flying through the air. But with this, the contrast is there that you can see the jack ball on the green clearly. And the thing about these is that these are polarised lenses, and you can either have them fully polarised or with a polarised gradient lens, so that it's lighter at the bottom and darker at the top. So you still get the effect of the polarisation because the sun's coming down from the top. But then if you want to read your score sheets or anything, it's clearer because it's a lighter colour.
And I can still keep the varifocal lenses?
That's correct, yes.
Brilliant.
When it comes to driving, because I know that you do a few miles, again, polarised. There's also a transition extra active when it comes to driving, and then you can also use a mirror tint. Now the advantage of the extra active lens is that it will go dark behind the windscreen of your car. That's fantastic when you're driving, because obviously if you don't have an extra active lens in a transition, what's going to happen? It's just going to stay clear.
How dark does it go though?
It goes as dark as the legal transmission for driving, which is allowing about 18% of light to get through the lens, which is your legal maximum for driving. Right? So you could use the polarised or an extra active transition, and either of them could have a mirrored lens as well if you wanted to.
I like the sound of the gradient lens.
Yeah.
For outdoors.
I think that's really cool.
And seeing the score sheet.
Yeah. When you're doing things like golf, that's one of the biggest issues. You see where you're hitting the ball, but you can't see to do the score sheet.
That's why I couldn't get on with the bifocals in the past.
Yes, because that was right in your line of vision when you was hitting the ball.
Well, I was looking through the bottom and I was looking down at teeing off.
Do you still do fishing?
Sometimes.
Or have you, but not very often now?
No, it's mainly bowling in the summer season.
A polarised or a polarised mirror are perfect for fishing, and you've got a big range of colours. You've got grey, tan, turquoise, lilac, blue, purple, grey, orange and blue. That's a massive range of colours that you could use, and all of them are available either as a polarised lens or a polarised mirror lens. You know what the biggest advantage is with any of them polarised lenses? You can see the fish underwater. It's really cool.
I'm not too fussed about the range of colours. I'm happy with whichever's best for my main activity.
The secret is you try each colour, you test each colour, and you will find one of them will give you a better contrast than any of the others. That's the one to use, and that is different for most people. So having all this range of colour just means that we're going to find the best one for you. When you come to the cricket ones, they're available as polarised gradient, or transitions, or extractive transitions, and they're available in the same colours as the Golf. So it's the tan, the brown and the orange, and you'll notice that each one of them has a hint of red in them, and that's what helps with the contrast for those particular sports.
Okay.
Winter sports, things are done slightly differently. You've got a mirrored lens, a polarised mirrored lens, transitions extractive and mirrored. There's a big range of colours because there's a wide range of sports on winter sports. Certain colours may hide the shadows of where the undulating snow is. So some of the activities, some of these colours you wouldn't be able to use. But on the other hand, other activities, those colours would be better. So that would be means tested according to each person that needs to wear them.
Well, I don't do any of that anyway.
No.
So, no.
You like holiday, son? You like to go on holidays, don't you?
I like to get away, yes.
Yeah. Well, there's no restriction on colours. There is a big range of colours. We've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18 and 19 different colours. You can have them mirrored, polarised gradient, transition or extractive transitions. Now again, I'm talking about the transitions. The advantage of them is you're out on holiday, you're wearing your normal glasses, you're out in the sunlight, they go dark. When you go into a shop, you've still got sunglasses on. If you've only got your sunglasses, everything is quite dull in there. Give it a couple of minutes and your transitions will have gone light enough that it's nice and clear in there again. But the most effective would be your polarised lens for when, let's say, you're lying by the pool or on the beach. They would be the best lenses to have.
Okay then.
All right. But if you're walking about the streets, you've gone out on a tour with the group that you've gone with, wearing the transition would mean that you're good for all occasions while you're there, while you're doing the tour. Do you still do any artwork?
Indoors, not outdoors.
You do indoor artwork. If you was doing some outdoor artwork, then there is a range of lenses that are suitable for that and would be more effective. And again, polarised gradient, transitions and extractive, and there's 4 different colours that would work well for the artist work. You don't do mountain climbing or rock climbing, do you?
No.
So we don't need to discuss that range of lenses.
Sailing, no. Cycling, no. Hiking, a little bit of walking.
Right, and again, what you've got with the hiking, you've got polarised and transitions. You've actually got the same 3 colours plus golf. 1 extra as you've got for the golf. And that would be the same for the cycling. All right.
Okay.
Now if we turn the card over, we can actually see what these lenses are in comparison. So when we look at the golf, you've got the brown, which is in the polarized. So that's in the left hand side, and it's in the top middle. You've also got the darker brown, which is
Rust,
called rust, and again that's like a reddy colour. And then you've got,
oh no, the last one's rust, and the middle one is it amber?
it is amber, yes. And that would be your transition lens. Your mirrored lenses, you'll see, are on the right hand column, and you've actually got 6 colours in the mirror. You've got silver, gold stroke pink, blue, bronze, green and violet. Now those are an acquired taste. The blue and the silver would be your darkest colours. When you're wearing them, there will be less light getting through than with the other colours. When you look at the gold pink, that will actually take away all the glare but still leave you with a very bright vision. So that's good if you're going indoors and outdoors a lot, and hence the reason why that's good for some of the sporting activities. Your transition lenses, they've come a very long way since they first started coming out. I remember not so long ago when you could only get grey or brown. There's now 7 colours available. So that's interesting, isn't it?
So could I get measured up for the polarized gradient?
You can, yes.
Do I need a separate pair to these, or are these going to be kept?
Well, obviously we're going to order you a new framing for those. If you want the polarized gradient, that will always be tinted, and because you drive, you definitely need to have 2 different pairs. So if I order the same framing twice, you're going to tell the difference because one's permanently got a tint.
Yes.
And I would recommend having an extractive transition
in the other for driving.
Yeah, so that if you haven't got your polarized with you, you've still got some.
Well, I'll keep the one pair in the car. The extractive.
Well, no, I think because your extractive ones will be the ones that you need to wear nearly all the time.
Oh, will it?
Yeah, they're the ones that you'll need to wear most of the time.
And the other ones will be more for...
It's your polarized that you might want to keep in the car, because as the polarized lens is the only type of lens that will give you 100% of horizontal glare reduction. So your vision will be much brighter and clearer with that.